What's going on my new current and future rideshare drivers out there? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video I'm going to talk about yesterday's LA Uber, I guess Lyft strike. I didn't know that was on that as well, because it sure seemed like a lot of people were out there driving. Now, personally, I think it was great. It was a great effort. Kudos to all those that organized this and everything else, but it was not enough and nothing changed. I mean, what changed today? Nothing. The rates go back up? No. Nada. I know people are going to be like, oh, you're just being negative, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just keeping it real with everybody. Nothing changed. Now, sad to say, I know there wasn't even but like 300 to 400 people tops out there. It all looked good. They did get the message out. I am really happy with that, okay? And I was even live with someone who had an awesome interview that sadly did not get put on the news, but I had that interview in a different video on here from yesterday. Okay, that was an awesome interview. She did great. She answered the questions. It was awesome. I wish they would talk to more drivers just like her. Now, we all know change isn't going to happen overnight, okay? I get that. You get that. But the message has to be out there, okay? It has to be unified. It has to at least be one thing, you know, increase pay, you know, bring back destination filters, you know, stuff like that. It can't just be all across the board crazy, because we are not employees. And I know lots of people out there do not want to be employees. We just want to get paid a little bit more. Like 3-4 years ago when the rates were like $2.25 a mile. I understand that. But we can't be crazy and be all over the place, okay? That is not going to do anything. And then people were blaming the YouTubers out there, like, why ain't they do more? And some of them were driving and everything else. It didn't make a difference. It didn't make a damn difference, okay? Now, the only good thing I really like about this is this was one of the best ones that I had seen. I haven't seen any other strikes that were actually rallied pretty good like this, at least not in our country. Now, I know like in Australia they've done things, in the UK they've done things and got, you know, better improvements. That's what needs to happen here, all right? And unless everyone comes together and does something, it's just not going to happen. Like me, I only do weekends, so technically I strike all during the week. Monday through Thursday, blam, I don't drive. So there's my contribution towards that. Now, I'm not trying to say I'm trying to lead the charge on anything, okay? I'm saying whoever's leading all these organizations, doing all this stuff, they did a great job. Next time they have to do more. It has to be more than just a day. One day is not going to hurt anybody, especially when I had to get really pissed off and I was seeing how the strike was going at the LAX airport, and people were still accepting rides. People were driving right by, pulling into the waiting lot while everyone's out there with signs, still working, still trying to get that money. And I don't blame them, all right? Bills got to get paid. I understand that. But they got to get the message out more. So they should contact the YouTubers out there that cover rideshare, and maybe we can help spread the message ahead of time so people know, so more people can participate, so we can actually get more things done. Because if people think one day made a change, Smack-o-vich is coming for you, okay? That's just how it is. One day is not going to change everything. And again, I am so glad that it did go the way it did. We are on the right track. But if you do not continue to stay in the spotlight, a different news article is going to come right along, and by next week or two, this will all be forgotten and all for nothing. And not to mention all the people that were out there protesting. You know, I'm sure they had to be pissed off watching other Uber and Lyft drivers drive right by them, picking up the fares and everything else. I mean, who wouldn't be? You're sitting out here trying to make it better for everybody else, yet they don't care. And that is what kind of crappy out there. We're all independent contractors. We're all trying to make some money. Okay, I get it. But unless everyone comes together collectively, it's just not going to make a difference. And you can't just strike for Uber, okay, and then wait for it to start surging on Lyft and then switch over. That's not how that works, okay? That's a negative ghostwriter, and that just defeats the whole purpose. Because guess what? You think Lyft's any different than Uber? Hell no, okay? I don't know who lied to you, but they're not. And everything Uber does, Lyft does. It's just like a never-ending cycle. But as long as there's people out there willing to drive and make the money, it's not going to change. So you can't get mad at the few for not, or the many, I should say, for not following the few if they're not making it known to everybody else. That's basically what I have to say. Is it was a great try. You know what I mean? I supported it. Heck, like I said, I'm still striking because I don't drive during the week. But I know, and everyone else out there knows that's watched this, it didn't really make that big of a difference. We're in the news today, but we probably won't be tomorrow. So unless things are unified and this continues to go and pop off in different markets all the time, every other week you have something happening, strike here, strike there. And technically, I can't even say it's strike because we're not employees. We're independent contractors, so we're protesting, okay? But yin yang, whatever you want to call it. Either way, to get our voice heard, it has to be one message, and we all have to stand together or we'll fall apart. That's just how it's going to be. I know this video might get hate, whatever. I'm keeping it real and keeping 100 to you guys. I don't want to just sugarcoat it and be like, oh, it was the greatest thing ever, because it wasn't. Okay, when people are driving by you as you're holding a sign and they're going to pick up their fare, that's got to make you feel like crap. I hate to say it, but it does. I was pissed off watching it. I had to stop the stream after a while because to me, it was almost like it was pointless. We're all covering it. Everyone's wasting their time, energy, money, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was almost pointless. But the good thing is it did start a spark, okay? And as we all know, can't have a fire without a spark. It's got to start somewhere. Hopefully, this is the beginning of something great, and we all want to stand behind the drivers. I'm sure all the YouTubers out there, we all want the same thing. And yeah, of course, everyone wants to make money, okay? Without having to work 100 hours to make a decent living. But this is also why I tell everybody, please, you got to have backups to your backups, because these gigs can come and go. You can get deactivated just like that. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, guys. All right? And you got to be together. You just have to stand together on this. All right, well, I don't want to keep repeating myself and making this video any longer than it is. You guys know what you have to do, all right? So, in the end, my opinion is, yes, it was great, but sadly, it still failed. This could still be the spark that, you know, brings them down in the end, and maybe we'll get some kind of improvements, but it has to be consistent. You can't think one day is going to make a change, because it's not, all right? You need it for a week, a month, a year. Really what you need is everyone not to drive, everybody at all, not drive Uber and Lyft at all for like a whole week or a month. And I guarantee you, when you hit it in their pockets right before these IPOs and stuff come out, blam, we're going to get listened to. I mean, one way or another, we may or may not like it, but they're going to hear us. All right, guys, as always, check the description below for extra helpful information and tips. You keep doing your thing, like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you felt about all this yesterday. You stay safe out there. Get your money. Don't take crap from anybody. Until next time, peace out.